Yellow flag. It's going to be real close here. If Wallace can go the distance, he's in the driver's seat. Harry Height says that green 35 of old Benny Parsons is ready to go. Kyle Petty is certainly right there to challenge them.
Indeed he is. Here we are down out of that turn 8 area with now 112 of 119 complete. They're working the 113th lap at this time. Pat Patterson, got a fuel report for us?
Well, as you see, Ken Squire, these are 2 fuel cans of Rusty Wallace right now, and they sit idle in the pits. They're full, but the crew's not got them in their hands, so he's got enough fuel to make it.
This is only Rusty Wallace's 4th race on this track. His best finish last year when he came home 8th. The other 2 years way back out of the top 20. Out in front, Harry is pitching that car sideways, and there's not much left on the rubber side of that tire. Tires and tubes are doing fine, but the air is showing through, as Hank Williams used to say.
Well, I think Rusty Wallace is a very aggressive driver. He's like a Dale Earnhardt. He attacks this course, and he rolls the dice, and he's allowed to be in the dirt anywhere, where Beanie's running good, smooth lines, but here comes Kyle right after him.
We just contacted the Wood brothers to find out the fuel situation on Kyle Petty's car, and they congratulated Dave Despain on his arithmetic. Said that that's right. They got about a 2-lap cushion, so nobody needs fuel down here as far as we can tell.
Interesting to know if Kyle Petty has more and just can't get around Parsons to make a run here. He looks like he's got plenty of muscle. He pulls up, but he just can't quite contain Parsons, so he stays in 3rd. His father is considerably further back in 4th. Then in the 5th spot is Allison, 6th Labonte, 7th Waltrip, 8th Kowicki, 9th Ruttman, 10th Dave Marcus, 11th Bodine, all running in that lead lap. Jim Robinson from the Winston West Series is the first West Coast driver. He's back there in 12th. There's Parsons fighting turn 9 with one of the Hendrick Racing Stable cars. And sideways everywhere around this place is Rusty Wallace trying to hold on to this lead. Down across the start-finish line and into turn 1. Another time goes Rusty Wallace. Builds up a little bit of an advantage here.
I've noticed something about Benny's car now. He was getting through 9 great a while ago, but he started pushing pretty bad in the center of the corner, and Rusty's a little bit loose, but he's coming off faster.
Well, there's 5 laps to go, so this is the time to show. It's not time to take it easy, so I know Benny's going 100%, and I think tires are critical. You chase, you heat them up, and but I tell you, the brakes have worked beautifully for Rusty Wallace, so all you people want to be road racers, go to work on your brakes.
Rusty Wallace, what gives you the biggest problems, the biggest fits here at Riverside?
The biggest fits at Riverside is definitely turn 9. It's the biggest turn on the racetrack, and it's where you've got to handle the best. But trying to pass up to the S's is awful rough. And then the transmissions, you really got to take care of them. But now we've got some new style transmissions that are much stronger and easier to work with. But all around Riverside, it's a flat racetrack, and the place is getting old, and it's starting to loosen adhesion to the ground, and that's a lot of slipping and sliding goes on.
And that's exactly what's happening here. Look at him saw away at that wheel as Rusty Wallace takes turn 9 just as fast as he absolutely dares, pushes it right out to the wall. And, of course, on this racetrack, the driver is against the wall. They run clockwise here with 4 laps to go. Wallace in front trying to draw a lead on another road racing victory. Leads by 1 4/10 seconds over Benny Parsons. And Kyle Petty could be in for his best finish ever on this racetrack in this event. He's never finished better than 13th here, and currently stays 3rd with his dad back in 4th, Bobby Allison 5th. There's Kyle. And here are those 2 challengers closing again on Rusty Wallace. How about it? Who's strong, who's weak here? Looks to me like Kyle may be the strongest if he could just get a shot on the 35.
Well, I think Kyle runs him down through the S's, but it seems like Benny has enough motor to pull him. See, they're right together. When you check them down the backstretch, it seems like Benny can pull him a little bit.
And you have a Pontiac out in front here. Pontiac leading, Chevrolet in 2nd, Ford in 3rd. Be a big day for the Pontiac folks if they pull this one off. Laps running down. We're inside the final 4 now at Riverside in the last Winston Western 500. There's your leader, Rusty Wallace, who has the advantage, with Benny Parsons in 2nd, Kyle Petty in 3rd, the laps trickling away. Boy, the pressure really is on Wallace, but he's used to that. Came out of the ASA ranks, was champion there, champion in the United States Auto Club in stock cars, and he's raced for a long time. The man that originally Roger Penske said was the guy to watch was Rusty Wallace.
Well, you can really see him saw that steering wheel. He really saws it. He sits up straight.
There you see from inside of Alan Kowicki's car, and here's Kowicki, kid from Madison, Wisconsin, running in 8th position with that Xerox car, doing just a grand job, staying in the lead lap all day.
You can't do what Kowicki has done with the money he has in the number of crew members. He doesn't have but 2 or 3 guys. He runs the same old car. This is the car he's running here, the car that he totally destroyed early in the season. Alan Kowicki gets one of the Hero of the Year awards because he's done more with what he has than anybody I've ever seen.
There's Wallace trying to do everything possible what he has to hold on to this victory, and for the moment it's in his hands. We're under 3 laps to go. Parsons trying to close in here. And how about it, Jerry Garrett or Pat Patterson? Anything late in the pits, anything you're hearing on the radios for those 3 as trio up in front? Pat, anything new?
No, Ken, the only thing down in the Dodson pit right now is they're just watching and waiting. There's no fuel cans up on the wall, so it's just a situation where they'll sit back and watch. Let's go up to Jerry Garrett for any thoughts he may have.
Well, everybody's just like you and I are, Pat. They're just a spectator down here watching how this thing's going to come out. I think that the time that they could have any impact on the race is over with.
Here's Wallace coming back by, and there are 2 laps remaining. His lead is about 1 second. Well, Rusty Wallace may be the road race king of Winston Cup racing. He proved himself at the Glen, and now he is going to make a double mark with a road race victory here at Riverside, really putting the stamp on his road racing ability if he can pull this one off. Back to 6 he comes, about a lap and a half remaining. Here's Kyle diving to the inside. Kyle trying to move underneath and not getting there. Whoa. I think he's going to take a stab right here. He's inside. He's down to the bottom of that turn 8, gets through, and he goes right back outside, and Benny Parsons again is into 2nd position.
Well, that was a good lesson. Kyle will remember that the rest of his life. He went in too hard to stick down on the bottom.
Let's take a look at that one. Here's Kyle on that negative camber corner. Remember, it slopes the wrong way. It's working against him here. Benny says, thank you very much. I'll take it back.
That's called going for it, and this young boy went for it, tried to intimidate the old-timer, and there goes the old-timer. Is that experience?
Well, what that did, that just won the race for Rusty Wallace. When those 2 guys had that little run in, that took all chances of Benny catching him, I think.
So it's in the lap totally of Rusty Wallace now and his crew. White flag is out. Last lap is on for Wallace. Sideways in turn number 1. He's fun to watch.
Oh, yeah, he knows he has it won, so he's taking it real careful through here. You saw him go sideways, one wheel off the ground.
Yep.
Standing straight up, sawing it. He's something.
That's his idea of conservative.
We call him Hyperman down in the pit
You
area.
call him Hyperman?
Yeah, he can't stand still. Even when you're talking to him, he can't. If you can get that shot, he sits straight up in the race car. He's awesome.
Crowd on their feet and cheering for Rusty Wallace. St. Louis, Missouri driver for Pontiac and for the Raymond Beetle team. Comes around 8. In total control of this thing at the moment. Just praying that engine doesn't come unglued after the tremendous strain of running 119 laps, 311 miles around this tough old Riverside International Raceway. Alan Kowicki pulls on pit road toward the end here.
Well, but one of the tough things that crew chief Barry Dodson on this car is my next-door neighbor, and he's also Phil Parsons' next-door neighbor on Lake Norman back North Carolina, so we're going to have a long week back in Denver, North Carolina.
Here's Rusty Wallace in for the final lap. Last time around for him as he streaks back toward the line. He's into turn 9, the final corner, and Rusty Wallace, the Missouri driver, will win here today. He's across taking the checkered flag is Wallace. A great victory for this Raymond Beetle team, and they're second on a road course in 1987. Finishing second is Benny Parsons, and third is Kyle Petty. Fourth across the line will be Richard Petty. Fifth is Bobby Allison. Sixth is Terry Labonte. You'll meet the winner in a moment. Here it comes, 17 down.